Imagine this, it's Saturday night and you are excited. You've been texting a girl that is totally your type for about a week now. She's beautiful, the chemistry is on, she's feminine, sexy. You have a date planned for 8 o'clock on Saturday, and like I said, you're just so excited to see her. And then what happens at 7 o'clock on Saturday, 1 hour before your date? It happened. Yet again, another, sorry babe, can't make it tonight. You, sir, are going to be alone masturbating on a Saturday night by yourself once again. For the single man, there's almost nothing more frustrating than getting flaked on at the last minute for a date, aka the girl cancels on your plans to meet up on a date. In this video, this is going to be the definitive guide to not getting flaked on. I'm going to go through a bunch of different bullet points, all of which will reduce flaking massively. And by the end of it, I'll even share some techniques that guarantee 100% certainty you will not get flaked. Now you're thinking, how is that even possible? Like 100%? No, maybe 90, 95. No, I have techniques that I swear to God, this is not clickbait or watch to the end bait. They really work. 100% you will not get flaked on if you implement these. All right, let's get into it. So the first technique to reduce your flaking is to send a lot of voice messages back and forth to the girl. You know, texting can be a bit dry. You can use winky faces and emojis, but you can't really express yourself well, your sarcasm, your humor, subtleties in your voice. And, you know, in person, your voice is one of the most powerful things you can do to attract a woman, right? I mean, think about the difference if you're like, hey, give me your number. We should go out sometime. We should go out sometime. We should go out sometime. That more commanding, like deep voice, like think about a cop if he pulled you over. Would he be like, do you know how fast you're going? Or would he be like, do you know how fast you were going? That more commanding tone. And think about like Barry White, these like great seducers in our past have like used their deep voice to like, you know, talk to the girls or, you know, whatever, just, you know, show sarcasm, humor, get her investing, sending voice messages back and forth. And that will behoove you greatly in your efforts to not get flaked on. Second thing, taking this a bit further, is the video call. Now, some guys hate the video call. I'm kind of a fan of it. I see it as kind of like testing the waters, kind of like dipping your toes in the pool to see, you know, how the water feels before you jump all the way in. You can tell the girl like, hey, let's have like a first like mini date, right? And this is really good for you guys that are working professionals. You're a lawyer, you're a doctor. You don't have all day to be texting back and forth with these girls. So say, hey, listen, you know, my lunch break is at 1 p.m. or hey, I get off at, you know, 6, I can be home by 7 o'clock. Do you have 10 minutes? Do you have 15 minutes? Let's just do a quick video call. As you do these, by the way, you'll have like these same kind of like questions or jokes that you go to. You'll get really, really good at them. You'll still be very, very charismatic on your quick video calls that you're having with girls. And think about it. If you can be fun, entertaining, charismatic, interesting, all that stuff on a 10-minute video call, getting her laughing her ass off, very, very likely she will show up on the date, right? Because she goes, okay, cool. This guy's cool. We have chemistry. There's a connection. I like him. There's not going to be any awkward silences on the date. So, you know, play with it. You know, some of you guys may be already doing this, but it'll probably be a new technique for most of you. Give the video call a try. The third thing you can do to reduce your flaking is just have more interaction with her. Think about it. If you just match with a girl and you say, hey, you know, I'm a busy guy. Do you want to get a drink? You know, here's my number. Sure, I'll get a drink with you. Okay, cool. How about Friday, 8 p.m. at this place? All right, bet, it's on. 99% going to be a flake. There was no connection. There was no chatting. There was no, you know, value or comfort built between the two of you. Now, I don't recommend you spend all day and, you know, waste your whole life texting back and forth with girls, but, you know, just understand there has to be a balance between you talking to her enough to secure a connection and secure a date versus not talking to her hardly at all and almost ensuring you're going to get flaked on. Now, I actually have a resource that will help you guys in this whole, you know, keeping the interaction going a bit longer, texting her a bit more. It's extremely boring and mundane sometimes. And a lot of time guys think like, well, fuck, what do I say? Like, hey, how was your day? Good. How about you? Oh, mine was also good. Cool. Like, what do you say from there? By the way, I never mentioned this. I just did the introduction straight away. My name is Casey Redbeard. My channel is Redbeard Rants, and my passion and my skill set is teaching men how to build a rock star dating life for themselves using online methods. So this is actually a free module in my upcoming course called Online Dating Rockstar. This is the module on how to reduce flaking, shocking enough. But the free resource I was talking about to help you guys is what I call my messages database. What this is 70 proven, battle-tested, copy and paste messages you can send to girls that you meet online, girls you meet in person, works equally well, that are opening messages, right? There's about like 15 to 20 good opening messages in there. There's also fun, flirtatious, interesting, getting to know you questions that you can ask her. There's ways to reinitiate conversation with girls that may have gone cold and are ghosting you. There's screening questions. You want to find girls that are relationship material, girls that are feminine, girls that are DTF, etc. Like I said, there's over 70 proven, witty, interesting, fun, flirtatious messages in here. So that, I mean, it solves a pretty obvious problem, right? When you're texting a girl and you're like, shit, what do I say? How can I keep the conversation going? What should I ask her? I don't want to spend too much. I got to get back to work in a minute, but I have a few minutes to text. What should I say? How can I make this interesting? You don't have to waste time or mental brain power thinking what to say. There's 70 messages. Just literally take your pick of any of them and send them to the girl. Click the link in the description of this video. Just give me your email address and I will send you that messages database, and that'll help you guys out massively. All right, moving it along. The next technique for reducing flaking is if you send a lot of back and forth in the moment pictures or videos with her, just things that are interesting, you going about your day. Could be anything, right? Like you're at the dog park and she's like, oh, that's so cute. You know how your dog plays with the other dogs, right? Or maybe something interesting. Maybe, I don't know, you're a passport bro and you're in the immigration line getting your visa. By the way, you can take one photo or video of that and just like send it to, girls months and months after, that happened, right? It doesn't have to be like, truly in the moment. But if you can, send these in the moment photos and videos and she's doing it back and forth, creates a lot of investment. I've just noticed that when I do this with girls, they tend to show up on dates and it reduces flaking a lot. Speaking of passport bros, and I talked about, an immigration thing. This is irrelevant for you if you're in the United States for the most part. But if you are a passport bro like me and you go overseas to find more beautiful, more feminine, more traditional women, send voice notes in her language. So if you're in Brazil, send a voice note in Portuguese. If you're in a Spanish-speaking country, send a voice note in Spanish. Again, this just shows that the date won't be awkward. There won't be communication issues. You're not going to be passing the translator back and forth. A lot of guys... they go to countries like, whatever in South America. They're like, damn, these bitches are so flaky. They can be flaky in these countries, but if you speak the local language really well and you show that over voice messages, you reduce the flake rate by a lot. Okay, moving along. The next thing you can do to massively reduce the flake rate is use a lot of qualification when you're texting with girls. Qualification is when you give the girl genuine compliments or reasons why the two of you are a good match, why you have unique chemistry together, why you have a good connection, etc., rather than talking about her physical looks. So qualification is not, I love your sexy brown skin. I love your fat ass. I can't wait to hit it doggy style. That is not qualification. Qualification is something about her accomplishments, her points of view, morals and values she has, the way she sees the world. You can say, I love that you're always in the gym, right? I hate lazy girls that don't take care of themselves. Or I love that you said, you're not a feminist. I think feminist is destroying society. It's destroying women. It's making them masculine, men feminine. I love that we're on the same page, that we have the same point of view on that. That's so cool. That's so unique and special to me, right? I need to date a girl that thinks like that. The more qualification you can use, don't be simpy, don't be weird, don't be desperate about it. It needs to be genuine and sprinkled in there. But if you can make her feel special and that you actually like her beyond just her physical looks, you will reduce your flake rate massively. All right, this one right here, I'm going to make quick because it's only available to certain people. I don't even really recommend it per se, but the more extravagant the first date is, the less likely she is to flake. Just point blank period. I wanted this guide to be super extensive. I wanted it to be applicable to everybody. Maybe if you're an older guy, you're not the best looking, you're focusing on, gaining women through the experience you provide them, things of that nature. You're not a, good looking 6'4", 21-year-old. Go all out on the first date. Take them to a super nice, famous restaurant. For passport bros, sometimes, the most expensive, nicest restaurant in the city only cost you, for two people, $30, $40 sometimes, right? Depends on the country, of course, right? So again, I'm not recommending you guys go broke. I don't think women necessarily deserve to be spoiled and taken on, those extravagant date, the first night out. But, again, your flake rate, you kind of know where you stand in the sexual marketplace. If you're getting flaked on a lot, try upping the ante on the first date. Try taking them more to extravagant place, and you'll probably reduce your flake rate by a lot. But don't go for gold diggers either. This is kind of like, use your common sense on this one, boys. All right, on to these last two. The first one will reduce flaking by about 90 to 95%, like you're pretty much guaranteed that you'll, have a date for that night. And then the one I'll say after that makes it actually 100%. And it's more simple than what you might think. It's just simply schedule multiple dates for the same night. Now that begs the obvious question. What happens if you schedule 3 dates with 3 different girls at the same restaurant and they all show up? Well, here's how you do it. You say you're texting 2 or 3 girls, say 3 girls, right? Girl A, you like the most. Girl B, you like the second most. Girl C, you like the least. Girl A, you schedule for 7:30. B is 8 o'clock. C is 8:30. Your primary girl, girl A, at 7 o'clock, hey, baby, almost ready. Should I send you the Uber? If she says, yeah, I think I am ready. Yeah, go ahead and send it now. The date is it's only official once she is in the Uber and you can see her on the map, on the GPS moving towards the date location. I've had a lot of cases where I trust girls get their own transportation. Oh yeah, I'm on the way. I'm in the car. They ain't in the fucking car. They are in a little towel. Their hair's still wet, from the shower. They're, when you can see them moving on the GPS is when it's fully on, right? Unless the Uber just turns off into an abyss and disappears, but that's never happened to me yet. So what do you do if, the first girl says she shows up or, say A girl flakes, but B and C, like 8 o'clock and 8:30 both want to show up? Well, you get the Uber for 8 o'clock, the girl that you wanted to see the second most, and the girl you want to see the least amount, the 8:30, the C girl. Tough for her. She's going to experience for the first or second time in her entire life what we men experience on a weekly basis, which is getting rudely flaked on at the very last minute. I don't feel good about this. I feel a little weird, condoning this, for other men. If your flake rate's already super low and you generally get most girls to show up, maybe don't do this at all. But listen, when I first came to, this new city I was visiting last year, I couldn't believe it. I was getting flaked on like religiously. Like I just could not get a girl. I was like, what is wrong with this place? What is wrong with these people? Could have been a couple of reasons for that. I won't go into them now, but point being, I didn't actually start going on dates and experiencing happiness, connection, sex, romance with women in this city until I started doing 3 or 4 dates on the same night. And it would be the same thing. Maybe 2 flaked and 2 didn't. And, I feel really bad for the ones that get flaked on at the last minute. Just tell them you're sick or you're not feeling well or something like that. I mean, they'll know it's a lie anyway. But hey, it's a dog eat dog world. Life isn't fair. Sometimes you got to be a little selfish. Do you want to be a little bit selfish and, offend some people, but actually have happiness, love, sex, women in your life? Or do you want to be Mr. Nice Guy and, be alone, every Friday and Saturday night for the rest of your life practically, right? So take this with a grain of salt, but this is something I like to do. The next technique will reduce flaking, guaranteed, like 100% you'll have some girls. And I talked about this in previous videos, which is instead of doing just a normal, standard, boring first date at a restaurant or wherever, a one-on-one date with a girl, do an event instead. So I'll put some B-roll on the page right now. I got famous in Medellin, Colombia once upon a time for my awesome parties. I'm talking like 3, 4, 5, 6-to-1 ratio in a penthouse, 6-to-1 ratio, meaning, 6 women to every 1 guy. All the women basically are really, really beautiful. To the best of my abilities, 90% were not prostitutes or sex workers. It's Medellin. I did the best I could. And, even if the party's a quote unquote flop, even if you say, let's say you got, 10 guys and you invited 50 girls and only 15 or 20 girls show up, even 10 girls show up, the worst case scenario, out of 50 girls, only 10 show up. There's 10 guys. I mean, you still got a 1-to-1 ratio. Most guys' games suck. Most guys are going to be wallflowers and not talk to the girls anyway. And you still get to speed date through 10 girls. And you being the guy that put the whole fucking event together can basically take his pick, right? You'll be the most popular and highest value guy in that room just simply because you put it all together. Okay, guys, that is the end of this video. Again, this was a free module. This is the anti-flaking module for my upcoming course, Online Dating Rockstar. And if you want to get the database of 70 proven, battle-tested to be charismatic, interesting, thought-provoking, conversation-provoking, copy and paste messages to girls, so you never have to think, what do I text this girl? And oh my gosh, I'm thinking, I don't know what to say. You can get that database. Like I said, there's 70 copy and paste messages in there by clicking the description of this video. There is a link. You go to a website, you just put in your name and your email, you click submit, and I will promptly send you that database for free. So go there right now, guys. Oh, and if you want to do a coaching call with me or have me outsource your entire online dating life to me. You know, I'll do all the texting, swiping, conversation. You just have to show up, you know, on the date. Just go to redbeardrantz.net. I help guys build a rockstar dating life in so many ways, and just go there. You can book a call again, redbeardrantz.net. Also follow me on Instagram. It is redbeardrantz1, because wouldn't you know it, somehow redbeardrantz without the one at the end was taken. That's the end of the video, guys. Peace.